Yo, what's up? What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of Football Focus Weekly with me, your boy, Nyata Kenan MNC, my co-host, Mr. James Ndege, and producer, Mr. Bastian George Schwansteiger. Weekend yako ilikuwa aje producer?
Ala.
Tuanze na wewe.
Hiyo sikuwa nimeona inakam. But naingiana, hebu sema tena.
George Bastian Schwansteiger.
Hello.
German machine. But sasa wewe ni muhoroni machine.
Cheza chini.
Weekend yako imekuwa aje?
Hey bro. Mja kwa hii setup sahi. Watu wawili pekee ndio wameshikia trophy. Mwingine hatajaiona.
Ni good.
But my weekend, ilikuwa weekend, my weekend was ilikuwa fiti. Nilikuwa starstruck.
Nikonga na ndege.
Hivyo ndio ilikuwa, but nilienjoy sana. Big shout out to
box to box.
DJ amechanganyikiwa. Ameshika trophy mkono ifanyi.
Big shout out to box to box for giving me that chance. And big shout out to Alfred. Tulipata naye huko, yeye pia alikuwa amejibamba.
Big shout out to Stefu.
And to me too.
Stefu alikuwa nakupanga. Sawa.
Mbaya. Kuna time anyway. Off camera. You just know Stefu came through. Si ndio?
So sahi when uko juu ya Ateta kwa ranking. Kwa people who have come close to the UCL.
Hiyo pia ni ukweli.
Si ndio? Mr. Ndegs, how was your weekend?
My weekend was filled with sports. I watched every sport apart from football.
Really?
The only game I watched was the Bournemouth Arsenal. Sema tu ukweli.
Standard.
Niliwatch tu Bournemouth vs Arsenal. But that's because it was the one that was starting before.
Yeah.
Hizo games zingine za ilikuwa 7:30. So it was starting before the 7s. And I was covering the 7s. Shout out to all the 7s teams. We made it to Division 2. Even though World Rugby, imagine kama sasa mko karibu qualify Europa League alafu the night before the final waseme by the way, Champions League. Waseme by the way, the winner of Europa League will stay in Europa League.
Wenger said that.
That's exactly what happened to our 7s team. Wow. Because we expected, basically what they did. See, they won their beat. Both the Leonesses and Shuja. And the thing was, if they made it through the playoff, they were going to
get
promoted. 2 days before the tournament starts, tukambiwa, there's no more, you're already relegated before you kick a ball. Basically, that's what happened. So the first game, people were what Welch's to be last like. It was so bad. I'm telling you, the mood was so off, kabisa. But I need to give credit to the Kenya teams. Like, wali come through. Game ya kwanza, once we got it out of our system, wali come through. And then the fans in LA, I'm telling you, commentator alikuwa na shake akiongea. Cameras ina shake hivi. Juu games zilikuwa zinachezwa kulikuwa na pitch 1 na pitch 2. So games zetu zote zilikuwa pitch 2. Zetu zilikuwa relegation battle mnakuwa pitch 2. Main cup mnapelekwa pitch 1.
Battle of the mids.
So wasakiruka kwa stands camera ina shake. The Kenyan fans made it known that we are here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you're going to do to us or tell us. So amazing. My 2 top performers of the weekend, Tony Omondi, number 7 of Shuja, and Phoebe Otieno, number 14
of Lionesses.
Standard performers. And shout out to M-Pesa as well. Tournament is over, but M-Pesa wame come through to support throughout the entire circuit.
Yeah. And
also, more importantly, not even us, it's supporting the players, because we do this for the players. Yes. We're doing this for players. Yeah. So that was my weekend in a nutshell.
Mimi nilikuwa mgonjwa. That's all I can say.
You were not ready for Sunday.
I wasn't ready. Yeah, but I'm here.
Nini nilikufanya?
I'm alive. I had a flu.
Kutoka wapi?
Sijui.
Yaani mnashinda game moja Spain unakuwa mgonjwa. Mwili hajaizoea.
Hajazoea hizo makelele na mandugu. Yeah, but I'm healed. Nimepona. Niko hapa. Makelele
Yesu ni
jamani.
Bwana.
Yesu ni Bwana.
Cheki vile umeunga. Kweli umepona kweli.
Yeah, ni God. Plus nimeunga. Plus leo nimeenda gym for the first time since last week Tuesday.
Unasikiaje? Hey, this is the longest time you've gone without gym.
Yeah. Hey, it was crazy. Ilifeel nika ndio naanza.
6 days.
Nilienda kuomba hapo nikahema kaa kaumbwa. But I'm good. Yeah, so on Friday we had Friday night football at the Etihad. City taking on Wolves.
Guys, I did not watch the game. All I can say is that Man City on a roll. Man City are going to finish second.
Yeah, but I think Wolves have themselves to blame. They missed a lot of chances. Like, unaona ni zile chances zenye, if you check them, granted it's City, ina change outlook ya game. The Mneti, the first chance, the 1v1, yenye Kunya alichenga kila mtu akapass, Semedo alafu akakacha cross, wakahata. Then the second one when Aitnuri ali hit the post. Then even when KDB scored, bado Kunya hit the post.
How did KDB score?
It was a cutback from Doku.
45.
Yeah, Doku alichenga kila mtu then akafika kwa byline. It was like anaenda kuanguka then
Doku tangu enjoy na familia yake vile na dribble amekuwa na output.
Ameimprove. Aka cut back then KDB akafinish. Then ikaisha hivyo 1-0.
Let me ask you. Can KDB play the Club World Cup?
No.
Why not?
Actually, he can.
See, he can. His contract ends in
July.
Yeah. I think he can.
But sioni akicheza.
Actually, that's an interesting conversation we need to have. Anyway, we'll get there.
Sioni akicheza. But it was a good win for City, who are now 3 points behind UCL favorites Arsenal. Crazy. As in, unajua kuna chance tunaweza maliza top 5.
Ati UCL favorites.
Hakuna chance. Si tunamaliza top 5.
Nje ya top 5 rather.
Hatuwezi maliza nje ya top 5.
Mkichepa the next 3 games.
Okay, si ligi imeisha.
Sasa si mtamaliza nje ya top 5.
Hakuna.
Next 3 games ni
Chelsea still
Liverpool, Newcastle, alafu
See, Chelsea still have to play Newcastle.
Yeah. Actually, they're playing next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way we're finishing it. See, those guys have to play each other.
That's the only trick around it.
lakini wanaweza maliza fourth.
Yeah.
Ai, ni sawa tu. as long as tuko Champions League final, hata tumalize hata 6th.
I'm thinking final.
Yeah.
I'm thinking final.
Yeah, but I feel like Pep amefika tu ile point yenye he's really steadied the ship if you think about how
he has tried.
they've played the last 2 weeks.
After using 300 million, he has tried.
Yeah. He has steadied the ship. They're going into the Club World Cup, so they're definitely going to go into that with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, plus signings.
And signings.
They had their favorites to sign Gibbs White and Florian Wirtz.
That will be a proper signing.
KDB replacement, yeah.
Proper signing. Yeah. Even Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, but agenda uko kwe winger.
Sawa tu. See,
that's the
thing. Utility.
The problem is, like, we know these players from their clubs because they are wako allowed to express. I think when you go to City, in as much as you'll express yourself, it will be more structured.
But we've seen Gibbs White in a structure before.
Where?
At Wolves.
I could make it.
No, but he was a star. That's why he was bought for. How much was he?
40, but
yeah, that's a lot of money.
That was money laundry. I don't know. For FFP reasons. Like Iragun Burnham, that guy of yours.
Iragun Burnham.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it'll be a good signing for them.
Haaland was on the bench.
Yeah.
Did he play?
No. Kweli sikumaliza game.
Maze game. Unekaji game Friday usiku. Really? Now there's nothing to play for because Wolves are safe.
Yeah.
Man City.
True. Hakuingia. Mtu aliingia ni Kovacic. And Nico Makati. Phil Foden.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's a good way to finish off the season. And they might finish second. And
City, yeah.
It will just be
boost them
like,
for next season.
But what sort of boost?
That's
a team that team doesn't need boosts. I feel like once you won 4 Champions League, 4 Premier Leagues in a row, finishing second when you could have finished that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
To teams like
actually outside European positions.
To teams like Nani is when it would mean a thing. To like Nottingham Forest
who are 6th now.
Yeah.
inafaa hivyo. Nawachukia, I don't like them.
Elanga.
Yeah. But it was a good win for them. Na next they are winning. They are playing relegated Soton, so credit to City. Mtupekea liniboni Mamushka.
Mamu.
Bro, Mamoshi wame captain. Why you are winger? You are supposed to step up when
See any hybrid.
Haaland is not
See
there.
anakuonyesha he's versatile, he can do multiple roles.
But look, see, you just score.
See, he's helping the team win. See, they won. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Plus I saw Rodri is back on training after ACL.
Hata uongo.
Yeah, ameanza kutrain. Back on the grass.
Kama wangekuwa bado UCL lazima angeingizwa mahali.
Final.
Kuna vile namuingiza.
Sisi ndo tunakushow bro.
Kuna vile namuingiza.
Ajai kwa Champions League final.
Is producer drunk? Is producer drunk?
Schweinsteiger alikuwa nini bro?
Relax.
Yeah, but it was a good win for them. Then on Saturday we had the Arsenal. Yeah, by far the worst team North London I've ever seen. Double Bournemouth.
Unaniambia nini double na nini? I can name 6 teams that have doubled you.
Hiyo ni sawa, sisi ni sisi.
Hey.
By our standards this season.
Hapana, do not call it. I refuse to be called
Like,
to be called black like the kettle.
Pre-season bro, we are in pre-season.
Nimekataa.
Yeah?
I refuse to be called.
Alafu, aya basi,
Because
sawa.
you're a big club.
Sawa, tuachane
I'm
double.
comparing big clubs.
Sawa. Losing, you lose after leading at halftime. Who does that? At
Definitely not you guys.
Yeah, we have never
Definitely not
experienced
you
such,
guys.
yeah.
Definitely not you guys.
Yeah, so it was one hell of a game where I feel like you guys tried to do what United did. Was Brentford.
What?
So you see, we were playing Bilbao away, right? So we fielded a squad that was more likely to start that Bilbao game.
I want to say more Palace.
What Palace did to you?
Because of the energy we came out with first half.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like the way we played. I mean, we didn't create that many chances, but the energy was there. Even the fans, they were so energetic. So I feel like they were trying to do more of a Palace than what you guys did at Brentford. Because I don't know what. So, yeah.
Not Brentford. Bournemouth, when we played.
Oh, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, yeah. So, yeah, it was quite a strong lineup. Partey was back. The only person that was out was Timber. So I think that was the only change. Yeah. Well, 2 changes. Partey coming in and White coming in.
Yeah.
So, tulianza vizuri. Tempo ilikuwa sawa.
Mlianza na ka selfie.
Declan Rice nayo ndio huyo. That man keeps making that run into the... And I'm just like, guys. Paka commentator was like, this is what they missed in the Champions League.
PSG.
Which, I mean, all of us saw what happened.
Yeah.
But it is such a weird season because we have the best defense in the league. We scored the most amount of set pieces. But we also concede the highest percentage of goals from set pieces.
Manu mko hapa.
But yes, it may happen like recent.
No, highest percentage, not goals. So a big percent, 40-something% of the goals you consider from set pieces. That's more than anyone in the league.
Manu.
But kuna mtu mwingine pengine ameconsider hata 5%, lakini 5% ya Leicester. See, 5% ya Arsenal.
Yeah, true.
So for us, it's the highest percentage of goals conceded from set pieces. And it doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't make sense. But producer amesema ni ukweli. It kind of coincides with when Gabriel got injured. For the last few, right? Like the Crystal Palace game, game ya Bournemouth. Kuna game gani tena nafikiria? There's been a few games since Gabriel got injured. Brentford. Yeah. So, no. Brentford was, the Visa. Yeah. So, ni visanga tu huko nyuma. Bro, kujiba ni visanga tu. But that game, there was nothing to... I was like, if we win, it's good. If we draw, it's okay. If we lose, it's okay. Not bad, but it's not great going into PSG. Especially even them that lost. But then they lost having made 10 changes. Yes. We lost starting our best team, you know. Mm-hmm. So the only consolation for me I got from this game is reps. This team needed... The first team needed more reps together, right? Because again, if you think in the long-term plan of like the end of the season.
Kwa mnaenda FIFA Club World Cup.
Zizi nasema ukiangalia yani sasa mimi naangalia kutoka like Feb back at the end of the season. Saka has just come back. White has just come back. So this guy is still in game time. Odegaard came back before them, so like just trying to get that right side functioning again. Unajua, we were trying new things, which was very interesting. Bournemouth decided they're going to defend us 1v1 across the field, which was such an interesting way of playing against us. But they had more energy, obviously, because that's where from playing in Champions League and all of that stuff. Rice that guy is still an athlete. He's still the best athlete on the field. Like, he was clearly the best athlete on the field. Saka was, Trossard had great chances. Martinelli beat his man once or twice, then he just stopped doing it, kabisa. I think, like, Odegaard has been playing a bit weird. He's playing like someone who knows he has something to prove.
Plus, he doesn't.
If you see how he was carrying the ball and even the assist that he gave Rice. But then other times it's like that final pass. It's like now it's unlike him, right? So he's doing things that he's like, okay, I need to do this for the team. But at the same time, now the things that he used to do well are not like as Ingiani. Kama your final pass, he was always so brave with that, making that no look, nini. They're not coming off. So he has to find other ways to help the team, right? You have to find other ways. Yesterday I was watching Golden State Warriors. What do you know Steph Curry for?
Skills.
Like what?
3-pointers.
3-pointers.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did? The best thing he did yesterday?
No.
He was the best defender on the court.
Okay.
He was moving around. He's moving his feet. He's making sure, even though it's a big man who's coming to hit him, he's like standing up. He's like, you're not going to hit me. If you're going to score, I'm going to make it very hard on you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to say that sometimes as a leader, as a great player, you have to find ways to mean yourself in the team.
It reminds me that video that Enrique
Luis.
Yeah, was showing Mbappe. You want to be like him? Mbappe, we wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Yeah. So Enrique was telling him you have to work extra hard.
There are things you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to do.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with Odegaard. Odegaard hujituma lakini. Ukicheki vile ana press, if you see how he runs back, like
Kujituma na anajituma. But the problem ni
vile he's also in a position where if things don't go well,
they don't go well.
It everything is put on him. You see, if Timber is trying no look passes, you'll be like, okay, so at least he's trying something. But because everyone knows Odegaard as the creative hub of the team, if things are not like going well, even if I watched highlights only, the first person I'll blame is Odegaard.
But I think where the fans lost it was against PSG, where it was a highly technical game and he's a highly technical player. But he had one of his worst games ever. So but a game like that where you are expected to be the star, unaona kama, for example, it's United versus Leeds, I'm sure Bruno will have like 7 goals, 7 GA. Because it's direct.
But
football.
Now, that one, I'll blame Arteta more than Odegaard. Because, bro, did you see what Enrique was doing to us?
Yeah,
Enrique outcoached Arteta. But to me, that was more of an Arteta. I put more blame on Arteta.
But then, that's what I'm telling you. You see, if it's us, for us United, if we have Bruno in a similar situation where the team is not functioning, that's where you have him shooting from anywhere and scoring.
Yeah, but now the adjustment we made, the chess piece that we moved was Rice.
Yeah, now that's the
problem. So Odegaard was told, you stay in your place, keep doing what you're doing, see if you can unlock. Then Arteta changed Rice attack.
Now you see, for us, it's the opposite. Like for many teams, it's the opposite. If any player can miss, but if you are there, Buna cook. Now Rice, I feel, as in Odegaard, I feel like, in a way, it's dependent on who's playing and what system are you guys using, and how the opponent is going to set up.
But you see, that's why Arsenal works, right? That's why we can have multiple injuries, but still be second. Where we haven't won, we can have multiple injuries and still be second because there's a structure in which people are playing.
But you need that player to be, regardless of the structure of the day of what.
No, he can't. He can't, because that is what makes this Arteta team special. Arteta's team he's trying to have versatility around the field such that he can move chess pieces other places and not change everything. Because if you change everything at once also,
Itabako.
it will definitely like Ibako itaka vibaya sana, right?
Yeah.
So for you to move certain chess pieces, other people still have to still do what they're doing. So you remember what, like when we're watching the game, now this has become a very technical conversation. You remember when we were watching the PSG, you were watching the PSG game, and we were like, the only place there's spaces is on the wing.
Yeah.
The only place that was an outlet was that
Wing moja hata si.
was that outlet to Saka.
Yeah.
But if we're trying something new, we then don't change the thing that's working. The only thing that was working was the crossfield ball. After that, whatever happens, it didn't work, right?
But it was a smart tactic from...
So that's what I'm saying. So then if you remove Saka from that position, then now we don't have an outlet kabisa. Now we are working into the hands of what Luis
opponent
Enrique
is
has
planning.
put for us.
Yeah.
Sindio? So what he did was, instead of changing everything, let me just change Rice's point of attack. Instead of him now attacking from a bit higher because he also has to play 6, let him now start attacking from the back and let him become a ball carrier.
Yeah.
That was the adjustment we made. But for that to work, Odegaard had to maintain that position. He had to stay in the middle so that PSG are like, okay, in as much as Rice atakam na ball, if he moves Rice as well, if he removes Odegaard as well and takes him to go and play from the back, we have done exactly what PSG want us to do.
Yeah.
PSG want us to not have people in the middle. And sometimes you just standing there, you create gravity, and which is what PSG did. And in doing so, Odegaard didn't look great. But he had to stay there. That was the entire game plan. That was the chess move that was played. So that is what I'm saying. It's a bit unfair to judge him on that one, because now if you start telling him shoot and whatever, the reason why other teams do that and Arsenal don't do that is Arsenal realize that this is a team structure, and let us fail having tried what we've practiced. Let's not go
Let's
outside
fail
what we
as a team, not as individuals.
Yes. So and that's the difference between Odegaard and Bruno. That's why I feel like it's very unfair to ever compare the two of them.
Yeah,
'Cause
true.
Bruno
It's clear.
Bruno is on a different level, but also Bruno is in a team where he has to do everything.
Yeah.
Like Bruno literally has to do everything. There's no time Odegaard will be told, okay, you start shooting from outside the box. But that's not what we practice. That's not who we are. Yeah. So even if he has to take ashike ushukani wa Didi, the only person who has that freedom now is Rice, because he's a ball carrier and he can shoot.
Yeah.
Odegaard is not a great ball carrier. So if he does one and he's forced to do the other, he doesn't look great. Rice, you force him to be a 6, he'll do it. Force him to be an 8, he's great at it. Force him to be the ball carrier. Force him to be a passer. Like, he can do multiple things. And I think he's the one who unlocks a lot of these
Opponents,
people.
yeah.
So, anyway, my point was Odegaard should not be blamed. And again, how many times have we said whenever we press the ball, that guy is in people's faces? Like, every single time. He's the one leading the press
Coordinating
over
everything.
and over and over again. And that thing is not easy. It's actually not easy.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that kwa game yetu.
it's not easy. And if you want to know that he does it well, compare when he does it and when Havertz does it. Because when Havertz does it, he always gets lost.
Yeah.
Now, this season is a bit better. Last season, now when we were starting, when we had Havertz and Rice now coming into the team, every time Havertz will press, alafu anaangalia anasema, guy, what have I done? Like, am I supposed to go for this guy? Do I do the curling thing, whatever? Odegaard used to do it automatically. It's like, me, I'm going, and when I'm going, I'm doing this, then I'm curling, and the team follows, you know? So, extension on the pitch. So, yeah, my 2 cents.
Anyway, that's it for Arsenal.
No. We need to give shout out to Bournemouth, bro.
Yeah, they are good.
Iraola is a bad man.
He's a baller. The Basque, he beat his Basque mate. Plus Semenyo, I think next, like Bournemouth, in as much as they are preparing for European football, I feel they are going to lose a lot of players.
And that's given. And do you realize the 2 subs they made created goals?
Yeah. Semenyo throw in. Alafu Helsen, ama anaitwaje?
Wewe anarudi Barcelona.
Madrid itamchukua.
Isn't he a Barcelona boy?
Nah. I don't think so.
Ima is just Spanish.
Alikuwa Juve, then wakasema always make it. You'll never make it. Then he's now making it. Mtu alikuwa Barcelona boy ni Araujo.
Yeah, they're going to lose players.
Yeah, they lose a lot of players.
Kakes was special, bro.
Yeah,
Kwanza, after they went 2-1 up.
Even before they scored, there's a cross that Kaka has made.
Yeah.
Evanson kachapa nje. Bro,
Kakes
Msana
was
whip.
special.
Whip like bet.
That guy, if he goes to
Liverpool, yeah. Plus now the relationship between Edwards and Bournemouth was good.
Bruh. Kakes and Bradley.
uzuri wanacrossea Nunes.
Si nani anaingia Gyökeres ama nani Højlund Zagzi.
Huyo ndi mahali maybe Real Madrid kimdai.
Anyway, yeah, I think Bournemouth were really special.
Yeah.
Like we need to give them
Credit. They're a good team. They're going for Conference League.
number 10 gets conference.
They're not strength. Wako 8th.
Number 10 ni nani?
10 confirmed.
Brighton.
Juu.
Number 1 to 5 wako through
Champions League.
Number 1 to 5.
Bournemouth wako number 8.
1 to 5 ni Champions League. But then what happens if we win the Champions League?
Sasa sikutakuwa na more sports, like there's a possibility that England will have 9 to 11 teams in Europe. Kama last season.
Champions League can Champions League have 7 or 6 is the max?
I think you can have 7.
Because if there's see top 5 are going.
Yeah.
And then if Arsenal win,
yeah,
they become the winner and they also qualify through the league.
Automatically.
Then you guys go through us.
Europa League champions.
Yeah. How many would that be?
6 plus. Sasa since you are in the position.
Since you're in England, they'll take an English team.
Yeah, 7.
I think that's the rule. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it works that way.
And then now Europa League, how does that work? Because Chelsea are going to win, but Chelsea are 5th.
Conference.
But Chelsea
are winning conference.
And they might go to Champions League.
Yeah, so the one who gets the extra spot on Europa League will be from England. Do the win of conference goes to
Europa?
Yeah, so there's a likelihood that depending on
there'll
how
be an empty Europa spot.
Sasa kuna mtu ataenda Europa bado.
No, but I'm saying mtu ataenda, but there'll be an empty one to Chelsea and Champions League.
Yeah.
Chelsea will have qualified through
champion. Yeah. Anyway, it depends with how they finish, how the league ends rather.
It will. So they'll finish top 5.
What if
Newcastle draw?
What if Palace win FA?
So they go to Europa League.
Yeah. Na Palace wako number 12. What happens to number 6?
Number 6 and under Europa.
Sindio. And what happens if Chelsea win and they're in Champions League?
So we have another slot.
Yeah. So hizo ni 3.
Hizo ni alafu conference ni slot ngapi? Moja pekee.
But sasa itakuwa 2 juu wamewin. So we'll have many teams in Europe.
Guy, anyway.
Yeah. Then after you guys, we had free scoring. Brentford finally finding their boost to score.
Do you know, I was watching, no, what was I doing? No, I was working. This guy was playing. So I just a game. I looked at the score once. It was 4-1. Bro, I had prepared how I'm coming for you.
Because the game
because 3 of my predictions had gone through.
Yeah.
I predicted the 4 goals.
Yeah.
I predicted the
Visa Mbumo.
Shada, and Shaw.
Yeah.
OG.
Shaw the OG.
Yeah. I was like, wewe zimeingiana zimelainika. Lakini Garnacho ni nani?
Ahmad
ni nani? First of all, so good to see Ahmad actually come back.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite United player.
Bruno and Ahmad.
No, Ahmad.
Yeah.
My favorite. Not favorite. Favorite.
Bruno. Ahmad rather.
Ahmad.
Yeah.
So good to have him back after being ruled out for the season. Have you realized many people were ruled out and they're almost coming back?
Yeah. Rodri.
Mafuzio wa hii season.
Wako Jabamba.
Havertz.
Who else?
Rodri. Rodri, Havertz.
Ahmad.
Delete.
Zagzi.
Lisandro ako nje kabisa.
Zagzi might play. Si yake ilikuwa CL. Zagzi might play the finals.
Also, my number 8 for my team, Chiefs. Wallace Sititi was ruled out until June. Knee injury. Literally 2 weeks ago.
He scored in that
10 minutes and played 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Last week.
Anyway, this was our youngest ever. First 11 in the Premier League for United.
Kwa nani alicheza?
Like ilikuwa average ya 22.
Watu alicheza tena?
Chido was the striker, assisted by a 20-year-old Garnacho and a 19-year-old Mainu. Then in midfield we had a 20-year-old Chido Okpara, Chidi Akpara, Chido Benzo Akpara, Dogu. He has a weird name. Dogu, a 20-year-old, 23-year-old Ugarte, 26-year-old Mount, and 17-year-old Amas. Then in defense, we had 17-year-old Fredrickson, 26-year-old Delit, and Luxus Jongi Megagi. And
then
Altai
21-year-old
Baindia, 20-something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Baindia ndo alianza?
Alikuwa nje. Like, ingekuwa ni Onana amefungwa hizo bao zenye Baindia alifungwa. So kungekuwa na agenda.
Sure he's 29.
He wasn't even diving.
What did you think of Mount finally scoring after 70?
Like it was expected.
5 years.
Tuchel was there. Lil Tucci was watching the game.
Tuchel,
So
Lil Tucci.
yeah, so he had to score. Plus he had to prove that when Bruno is out, I can step in. Also, this is the first game in his career that Bruno has been unused sub.
Lakini ya Bruno's nilikwambia, if Bruno gets benched, you'll concede 4.
Yeah. But sasa,
I feel like you when you made your prediction for the OG.
I said 2-1.
No, the Liverpool-Chelsea game.
But sasa, you see, the problem for us, I think Amorim was vindicated in the sense that why he's not playing a lot of these young kids
And
together.
I think we had this conversation. You literally posted this video last week about protecting young players.
They lack physicality. Visa alikuwa anapata bola anakimbia kwa Fredrickson. Sharda mwenye hizi ni bully mimi alikuwa anapata bola anakimbia kwa Fredrickson. Mvumo alikuwa na Tessa Amas, turning him inside out. Hadi Lukshaw kavu kujifunga ndio tupumue. But I feel like the second goal should have
been chopped off.
No, they lacked sportsmanship.
Nani? Brentford?
Yeah.
Kwa nini?
Juu delete apparently. Venye inakaa ACL.
Oh yeah, I heard he got injured.
Juu if a player goes down...
Wait, delete is Maguire subbed as well?
See, for delete when he got injured.
Oh, he came on. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Akainua mkono hivi. Alienda kusimama akashindwa akainua mkono. Like as a player, you know what's happening.
Alishika magoti ama alishika wapi?
Magoti. Like as a football player, you know huku ni kubaya. Unatupa ball nje.
Acha naangalia kama amenini.
But they scored. Then they continue scoring until second half when we came back. But yeah, I'm not mad. Just that for next season, the manager has to change his structure.
Apparently, the least walked out of the stadium. Hakutumia crutches.
Well, hopefully he's okay. Maybe alikacha kuamka juu ya bao.
It's not enough.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. But next season, our manager has to change the structure, our build-up structure.
What?
Our build-up structure.
You think Amorim is going to change his structure?
Maybe knows something that we don't, but from how we see it, it's a setup. It's easier for opponents to press us. We are the close proximity between the defenders and the goalkeeper. So kila mtu ako man v man. Inakuwa easier kutunyanganya ball.
Then ni personnel.
Vitu zingine si personnel, bro. Like personnel inaweza improve kiasi, but pia structure ina elevate, inakuwa even better. No one is 100% perfect. Even Saliba aliona mistake alikuwa anafanya juzi. Atio game ya Bournemouth.
The epitome of perfection kwako ni Saliba. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so he has to at least tweak something.
But this system.
Like the structure. Anafaa tu kuitweak kiasi.
Tweak nini?
Build up. Unaona venye nani wanacheza? Brentford. Brentford wanacheza venye si tunafaa tucheze. Ama Palace.
Acha nikuambie. Mimi naona kama Iraola na Thomas Frank, they are the perfect managers
for United
to play against teams that have European ties at the end of the season. Teams that have midweek European ties. Yeah. How many times have Brentford and Bournemouth been spoilers at the end of the season?
Mara mingi.
Anangojanga hii ndio time yangu, anasema hii ndio time sasa tunapata 15 points. Yeah. Tupande juu ya table.
Yeah, so
but you're the one who told me Amorim has a very definitive way of playing. And
yeah,
it's not going to change.
It's not going to change. the profiles in how they play one of the wing backs is an actual winger. Venye producer amesema ni ukweli ni ina depend na player. Juwezi expect Lindelof to beat a man ama solve his own issues.
But you can expect Maguire to beat a man.
Yeah.
Who is your winger?
Harry Maguire.
Salima.
Mpaka ulicheki jana Premier League wamepost TikTok reel ya nini?
Maguire.
Si reel but like video ya Maguire
Akichenga.
through the years.
Yeah. Akikari. He's been doing that.
Alitoka acha nikwambie. Mimi nikitoka hivyo na Maguire na mimi ni a defender.
But it's expected. Fake shot.
Expected.
Hapana bro.
Like fake shot. Utaruka.
Ali fake shot ndio but kuna vile the follow up.
Yeah.
Unajua you know that's what outdoes center back when they get in dangerous position.
Plus it doesn't have quick feet. So it's doing it manually.
And then the quality of the cross. Pada we ishia MC. Ishia.
We are lucky to have.
Mimi nilikuwa nishaona nini play of the week. Unajua vile siku hizi FC25 inakuanga na ujinga na kupatia Onana striker. Ama kitu hiyo.
Ilikuwa inaitwa Winter Wild Card.
Bro ilikuwa naleta Onana kuna msameni maliza na Onana striker 94.
Kuna Haaland fulani center back akona rating ya 93. How mpiti.
Nile tu yo boy ndio kitu kwanza nilifikiria. Nikasema
ni big.
Umsanaenda kutumaliza. But yeah. It's one of those games. You karibu mremontada hapo towards the end, which is good for you. And you also just don't want to lose 4-1. You know, losing before, and you guys, it's not that you're not even in top 14. So it doesn't really matter.
Mathematically, we can't finish in top 10 now.
Mmefika hiyo ulinambia 45? Mmefika?
Bado.
Mko?
39.
You know you assured me that you'll get to this. How many weeks ago?
3. Lakini walitufeel.
Ulisema hii 45 we're getting it easy.
Hizo teams wamekuwa
So ukazicount ukasema by West Ham tutakuwa tushage. Mchezo West Ham when?
Next week.
Yeah, next. No man.
Alafu you know after West Ham who are we facing?
Who?
Chelsea. 3 days before the Europa League. They have to rotate.
Nini Europa League final? Kai. But you know what? There's nothing Amorim can do.
Yeah.
You have to put all your eggs in the Europa League basket. Yeah. And you know the thing is, chances are Europa League inaenda kwa nini na Tottenham. But you are both desperate.
Yeah.
Which will make for a great final.
Plus, because saying he wins stuff on his second season.
Because also if you think about it, them they have the weight of history. Them they also have the history of the Tottenham.
Madders and Son injury.
Yeah, Madders is that injured. That's a bad one. They said it doesn't. Nani said it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, mate. But literally, this game can. When they're doing the review of the season, this game is a very big determinant for both. Because most of the time, Europa League final, you find a team that's like third in the league, fourth in the league. Nini. Bro, 15th and 16th.
Hideous twins.
Kai. Cramp twins. Yeah, so again, it's honestly, I really want Tottenham to go through so that you guys and that final. Acha niwaambie hiyo final Man U na Tottenham, Bodo Glimt nyinyi mtashindwa. Afadhali mpate Tottenham. Tottenham wako ovyo. The reason why I want that is hiyo siku nitavajazi ya Man U. I would rather see you guys win than see Tottenham win.
Not London.
I cannot see Tottenham win. I cannot stand a Tottenham win.
We will be there.
Toto win Samira atacook.
Nani?
Samira nanga hiyo rivalry.
Si yeye ni nini tu nichukia Man U. He is driven by hate of United.
He said he doesn't anachukia Man U.
More than
kuna wada alisema ya Arsenal. Anyway, nikikumbuka ndawasho.
Mimi nachukia Tottenham kushinda. I will wear your jersey before I see Tottenham win.
Ni venye tu sisi tu. Like we are supposed to, like for United fans, we were supposed to support Arsenal in the title race. But the fact that Liverpool has 3 fans. You were okay with them winning rather than so si hatuna hiyo hizo siasa. So but anyway, tulichapwa, we move on. Then we had Chelsea taking on Liverpool, crown champions. Unajua hiyo game nilibambika for 2 minutes.
Mbona ulibambika for 2 minutes?
The God of Honor was all.
Wewe kazi yako ni kungoja umechapa list ya wanachapa God of Honor.
Chelsea has given the most God of Honors in the Premier League. Yeah. Research. They'll tell us in the comments.
That is such an interesting
Chelsea is the
stat.
team that has given the most God of Honors.
But Tottenham is the one that has lost the most leagues.
Yeah.
Not like people have won
Decided
leagues
in Spurs, yeah. So going to that game, we really didn't. We said Chelsea to win.
No, I said Liverpool to win. I said Liverpool to win 3-1. You said Chelsea to win 3-1, and you said there's going to be an own goal.
Yeah.
You were very right. You were ready for Tuesday.
Liverpool wamekuja na hangs kitu ya kwanza. Then in as much as watazataka kumaliza sijui wapea Salah, sijui assist, sijui wamaliza na 90 points. Washa win. Say tu ni vibes.
Ngoja hangs gani? Nani kwa ile timu ya Liverpool anakaa kufanya mambo Grealish ufanya?
Trent,
Nunes.
Nunes,
McAllister for sure.
McAllister,
Robertson lazima. Robertson is Scottish, bro. Hiyo ni lazima.
Kwanza Gravenberch hata hakucheza.
Alisson.
Yeye ni lazima. Alisson
pia na cartoon.
Lakini ni pasta.
Ni pasta.
Acha mchezo.
Si Alisson na Firmino ndio walibatiza Fred. Cha ukweli.
Uko serious?
Yeah. Like cha ukweli. Fred wa Manu. So
na Fred ndio pasta.
Sasa si
na Fred ndio pasta pia.
Sasa si ndio wali check chance.
What are you saying?
Yeah, but nice goal from Enzo. Alafu who scored the second one? Own goal. Madueke is performing
Konate,
well.
Konate, bro.
Konate acha akuchana hapo. Si ndio?
Si mumsa anauliza Aswa sherehe.
Konate na Gran already washazima hao. Hata wako kwa squad. Jota pia. Endo kwanza anakaa kunya zile za mayakuza. Endo.
Simikas.
Simikas pia.
Van Dijk amata mkaribishi kwa hiyo list.
Aziniye na Salah solo.
Van Dijk ni mse classy. Ile anakunywa lakini ni kaki red wine.
Yeah. Ama cocktail. Ajia ora,
Auskiri baka nimeingia kwa squad ya Liverpool. Kwanza lazima, bro. Kwanza zile on goal hufunga.
Wewe bala.
Kwanza lazima.
Bradley
vivi. Kele pia na kamsoa.
Bro na sauce boss like.
Nishasema huyo
lazima.
Huyo anakaa kunywa radish.
Dominic.
Javier takaribi.
Javier lazima. Huo ni
Bachu akai.
Javier ni kama Grealish mtu. Ni kama nani? Wilshere mdogo. Anakaa tu. Vile alikuwa na nini, alikuwa anapigana na Richarlison ile siku.
Na Jones.
Anakaa tu.
Jones pia
huyo lazima. Kwanza
slot.
Time ya kuchapa shots. Kuna kona fulani nishaona watu wengine. Nani? Jody Heitinga. Robertson.
Slot.
Curtis Jones slot. Na Harvey Elliott.
Na Chiesa.
Hiyo ni kona. How did we forget Chiesa? Robertson.
Kwanza vile hajakuwa akicheza.
Robertson ndo na bless. Kwa ule usa chapa hivi. Robertson ndo na bless. Robertson ndo na bless. Robertson ndo na bless, bro. Anakaa tu.
Kiesa ni anachukua
Kiesa,
net.
hiyo Kiesa sijui tulisahau aje.
Anachukua tumbler na
Kiesa Ndula anauliza maza hujaleta ice bana. Anataka bucket ya ice.
na chesa.
Na Kiesa.
Boy.
Hii caption ya hii sijui utaandika nini caption ya hii video. Kama uliandika Chelsea versus Liverpool bro. Konje. Kiesa.
We.
Samira anafaa kusikia hiyo. Anyway, the game.
Yeah, so back to the game. The game was amazing
Yeah.
from Liverpool. At least they tried to play to make it look like wajashinda league.
How did they do that?
Possession. They were possessing. Alafu Chelsea played like them. Walicheza tu wao ka Chelsea. Alafu Nick Jax as always turned up. Cole Palmer scored finally after 19 games. He almost cried but he played. Alikuwa anakimbia kutoka deep hadi. Alafu Madueke bro. Madueke has the ability to become a world beater if only he's disciplined and can mentality yake na attitude is change na za
Madueke ever since, and I feel it was that game they played away, Legia also away. Vile yeye na nani na Saka Naiva Saka walitoka kwa bench. Bro alichange game.
Anaitwa George.
Naiva Saka.
Yeah.
Jonas scrolling pale ultimate team.
Think choice Saka.
Akona kadi ya green na shanga kauni nani.
But ako poa sana. As in mtoi ako anajituma. Anajituma sana. And I like the fact that Maresca has seen that these guys are coming off the bench and they're giving you performances, so he's giving them a chance to play, which I think is the most important thing for a coach. You can't just be stuck and be like, I have to start Neto, I have to start this guy. Ukiona msengine pia na shine unamweka. So, yeah, Madueke has been really good, to be honest. And I think also Maresca has found a way to kind of mask his, not give him too much defensive responsibility. Let me tell you, when Lavia and Caicedo are back fit in this team, whatever Madueke does, hata kama arudi nyuma, they will be good.
Yeah.
The end for Fana for sure. Those are three great one-on-one defenders.
Yeah.
You sign it to a foundation. You sign inanikumbusha tu check John Terry. Lampard.
Nani anakaa kuwa mtu wa foundation Liverpool? Van Dijk. Van Dijk naambia kule pok.
Van Dijk. Hawezi dishi pork bro ya salad.
Robertson ni ashafika West.
Robertson akona namba ya kila mtu. Njugunas. Njugunas ya Scotland.
A reservation. Tunakamwa 215.
Akona connection ya
amejihesabu twice.
Akona connection ya Robos. At Robos.
Yena Nunes.
Anyway, before tusonge hapa. Ile chance Palmer alikuwa nayo alipiga Alisson near post. Mtu anafikiria aje kufanya kitu ka hiyo?
Kuchapania post.
Si unafikia hiyo position. Nini? Kitu ya kawaida ni kucut back. Msee aliona tu Alisson amesonga hivi kidogo. Akajaribu kuscore kagonga post.
Because Alisson is not great at defending. Remember we're having this conversation about Alisson and Ederson. Particularly, those two of them are not great at. Remember what Donnarumma was doing? Like Donnarumma, you can tell this is someone who's been coached through a goalkeeping academy. You know, Brazilian goalkeepers are footballers first, then they become goalkeepers.
Yeah.
In Italy, Spain, wherever, you find someone, since they were young, they were goalkeepers. That's it in mchezo. You can see the difference in how agile they are. Someone like Ter Stegen, you can see how agile, the difference in how he even jumps for low balls. Neuer, Alisson, Neuer is also great. Let me not nini on him. But then there are certain goalkeepers who near post aiko kabisa, and Alisson is one of them. Honestly, for me, I think that's hiyo ni kitu yenye wamesoma study film akambiwa cheki. If you get this opportunity, do not be afraid to go for this particular shot. mtu kaa Courtois hiyo asahau hiyo hata usijaribu. The guy is 6'8" but he'll still get there.
Lakini akufika kwa nini za Rice.
Nani angefikia bro?
De Gea.
Haizi fikia.
Sure bet.
Bro, umwachio replay vizuri.
Si ndio?
Hiyo pia ni ukweli.
Bro,
Hiyo ni ukweli mtupu.
hiyo curve.
Cheki. Angalia what Mata did when Mata was at Chelsea. Those 2 free kicks.
Okay, the first one
labda ashike. Second one.
No, second one angeshika.
Okay,
First one
angeshika zote lakini.
No, first one I blame him because of the wall. Because that's part of his job. Wewe kama goalkeeper mbona unaeka anyway, mbona tunaongelea Rice bro? Tunaongelea Chelsea.
Yeah, so
nani? Enzo
great goal. Anaka mlevi pia yeye.
Hapo ni standard bro. Hata hiyo tatu yako unaweza pata ilipata kali kwa mbele.
Kwanza Makalisa atamuita.
By the way.
Yake kwanza unajua yake. To know their mate.
Mate.
Atieka hapo ndani. Atieka to shots hapo ndani kuja hivi. Ile msee anakako ako kwa basha amevaa hoodie amesimama tu kwa kona fulani.
Nikala so nini utembea kila tu na chupa ya Stanley. Wanasumbua.
Then ameweka ndani kitu different. Yeah. Anyway. Game ilikuwa tu na like it was a great win for Chelsea because they needed it. They needed it. But Liverpool, I feel like Chelsea didn't win because Liverpool had won the Premier League. They won because they were good defensively
good
and
on the
offensively. Yeah. So credit to them. Twende prediction. European football is back.
Yay!
And tomorrow we have Internazionale Milano taking on FC Barcelona.
Internazionale. Game iko wapi?
Estadio San Siro.
That first game was one of the most insane games I've ever seen. I had to watch it the next day because I was asleep. Nilikuwa
You had to watch
nimechoka
it
hiyo
twice.
siku. Nilikuwa nimechoka. Yes, kia game nilikuwa nimechoka. Na asubuhi nikaamka I knew the score but I watched it again and even this other game which is a mid weekend when they went down they were playing Valladolid.
Yeah.
Famin, Pedri, it's reached a point where cutback ikuja na konja box kila mtu anachangamka juu any of those guys can shoot that wherever. So that is it'll be a very interesting matchup. Lewa is back, yeah?
Yeah, he's traveled.
Back, his travel is in the squad.
Yeah, but there's someone who got injured.
Balde is still not fit.
Yeah, and Kunde. Is Kunde back? Because he got injured in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is going to be a tough one. Inter, how did Inter do over the weekend?
they won. Moja mtungi.
Yeah, they needed like a performance after losing the lead last week. So yeah, with that being said, I think I will go with I'll go with the Barca win, honestly.
I'm going for Inter to win.
I think we're going to extra time.
Actually, that's
I think
more likely.
I think we're going to extra time.
Inter, in as much as they wanna play haram, hawajui. Alafu there's something that Nani said, Thuram said, Barca are so good such that they press you high. Where's build ku exploit those spaces in behind. Alafu their distance is so huge such that you can't cover before they come. So, pia mi naenda for Barca to win.
And Ter Stegen is back, bro.
Yeah.
Ter Stegen is
But
not Szczesny.
Nani Szczesny will start. Manager alisema hivyo. Will start that and El Clasico. So, Barca to win.
I'm also going Barca win
3-2.
after extra time. Same.
On Wednesday,
Hey!
in Parc des Princes,
The night
that
is
night,
made for us.
as PSG
The mighty Arsenal.
taking on
PSG.
Saint-Germain. Yeah. Moto sana.
Arsenal versus PSG.
Yeah.
Or PSG versus Arsenal.
PSG
Second leg.
Arsenal. Yeah, second leg.
Bro, me, I don't have analytics. I don't have statistics, nothing. Me, I'm just coming with passion. Boys, we have to come through. We have showed them that we are great away. We have shown people that we are a dangerous team away from home. They've already had a great away night at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah.
And now it is time to teach the French football, to show them that party is back. Rice is in action. He's been simmering. What's about yake media weekend? The boy is simmering. With that being said, I am going with a narrow 1-0 win to Arsenal, which means we're going to penalties and we're beating PSG and making the Champions League final. You had it here first.
I'm going for PSG to win 3-1.
Okay.
Simple.
This is how we do it.
Simple.
This is how we do it. Is Dembele fit?
Yeah.
So.
On Thursday, we have Manchester United taking on Athletic Bilbao.
Let me tell you, you guys made mincemeat of these people in the first leg. Oh my goodness. Even before the red card, you were playing so well.
Yeah.
And Højlund alijituma. Finally, you have to start giving Højlund credit. I know you won't, but I will. Højlund Nulem say, if you guys win this Europa League, it's because of him.
Uongo.
Ni ukweli.
Uongo.
Ni ukweli.
It's because
Did you
of-
see his movement in the box that led to that? You remember his equalizer against Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Did you see how he was causing trouble at the back? That you guys actually dominated because of his persistence and annoyance as a striker against those centre backs. So if anything happens good this season to you guys have to give him credit for the last like 10 games of the season.
And Garnacho.
But you guys are winning.
Yeah. I'm
You're
going
winning
for
3-2.
For United to win 2-1.
Winning 3-2, 5-2 on aggregate.
Then we have Spurs taking on Bodo Glimt.
Hii ita ilishaisha.
Bado.
They considered the one.
Yeah, itaenda pena.
It ilikuwa 3-1.
Yeah.
Haiwezi pena.
Spurs will lose on penalties.
Let me tell you, did you see how Bodo Glimt celebrated when they scored that one goal?
Yeah, because they knew.
No, they did though. They're like our first goal ever in a semi-final.
No, they knew they are going to come back.
Your team haiwezi. Tottenham are going
tutaona.
through.
Aye.
Tottenham will the game will end 2-2 and Tottenham will go through.
Tottenham to lose on penalties. Then we have Chelsea taking on Jagardens at the bridge.
You
The tail so
wanaenda slaughterhouse. Kwanza after wamechapa Liverpool. Hey, kichinjio unakaribishwa hivi, ingia. Wanaenda kichinjio. First leg ilisha ngapi?
4-1.
3-0 Chelsea.
I'm also going for 3-1 Chelsea.
Biggest aggregate win in the Europa League semi-final. I'm seeing it.
Conference League.
Oh, sorry, Conference League.
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference from this lower leagues.
In the Premier League, on Saturday, we have Fulham taking on Everton at Craven Cottage.
Everton walichapwa.
Wali draw.
Fulham wanacheza leo.
Wali
Pia wali nini?
I think walichapwa. Na Villa 1-0, yeah.
Anyway, this is the Alice Iwobi derby. The Alice Iwobi derby.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Fulham win. They just the teams are not playing for anything really. Everton will be playing with more psych for their home games, or rather remaining home game. Is it 1 or 2, whatever it is? I'm going with the Fulham win 2-1.
I'm also going for Fulham win 2-1. Then we have Ipswich taking on free scoring Brentford. Na Captain Mbumo.
Ipswich want to finish with a bang. Brentford have not been that great away from home. And Ipswich really did well to come back in their last game. Unaona bao ya Enciso.
Yeah, I apologize to the giver.
Hey. So I'm going with I'll go with an Ipswich win 3-1.
We have
Well,
Southampton. I missed Brentford to win.
Oh.
Captain Mbumo.
Okay.
To win 4.
So
We have Southampton taking on Man City.
hiyo ni kichinjio kingine. This is the chance for Man City to tie with Arsenal in second place. So I'll go with the Man City win. I'll go with Man City 3-1.
I don't see Southampton scoring. But I'm going for City to win 4-0. We have Wolves taking on Brighton.
Hey. You remember the last time I watched a Brighton game? I think it was a quarter-final of FA Cup.
Yeah.
He just reached a point where
Ulichoka nayo.
sioni shangwe. Watu teams zingine ni ngumu kuwatch at the end of the season, especially how they started at the beginning. And then with a young manager also, there are things he's still trying to understand, especially in a new league. Because this is something that's new to him, sindio?
Yeah.
I'll go with a draw. I'll go with a 1-1.
I'm going for Wolves to win 2-1.
I'll go with the 1-1. Both teams nothing to play for. Are Brighton in the European places?
Nah.
Yeah. 1-1.
Wolves win 2-1. We have Bournemouth taking on Aston Villa.
This is our big one.
Yeah.
Aston Villa game ilishaje?
1-0 versus Fulham.
They beat Fulham 1-0. But Bournemouth, I think as an Arsenal fan, I should know better. On the double, tulichapwa double, so I expect them to score 2 over the weekend. I'm seeing them win 2-1 over New Aston Villa.
Same. I'm going for Bournemouth to win 3-1.
Evan Nilsson 9 do you?
Yeah, he'll score. Then on Sunday we have Newcastle taking on Chelsea.
Newcastle versus Chelsea.
St. James Park.
Newcastle win.
Same. Newcastle to win 2-1.
Newcastle win 3-1.
2-1 for Newcastle.
And if they win, they go above them. Ama?
Let me check.
Because Newcastle drew.
Yeah.
Chelsea, they go above them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, this is a crucial.
They're already above them, but they on goal difference. But now they'll strengthen.
Like a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go the Newcastle win. I'll go the Newcastle 3-1. I don't know. Actually, no. I need to change. I change. I'm going with the draw. I'm going with the 2-2. I've just realized that they're going to bench people against Gardens, and the game is at home.
Itakuwa ishachezwa.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, they'll bench against Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Sindio, they'll have benched. So, yeah. I'm going with a 2-2 draw.
Newcastle to still win.
2-2 draw.
Then we have Manchester United taking on West Ham United.
West Ham are so disappointing. Like, I saw the headline. It was like something I've forgotten. It was a Hammer and a Potter and Harry line. Anyway, I don't know. West Ham just don't know who they are. You know, they are scoring less. They're taking less shots. They have less shots on target than Lopetegui's West Ham. So I really don't know what they're doing. But also, this is not Potter's team, so it's a bit difficult for us to kind of judge him on that because he just came in and took a score that's not his. You guys will be coming off a high of beating Bilbao.
Yeah.
You'll have a chance to rest players because you're already 3-0 up. So this is a good game for you guys, honestly. Ahmad to start. I'm going with the United win 3-2.
I'm going for United win 2-1.
Yeah.
Then we have Forest taking on Leicester.
Forest win 4-0.
Forest
Big one.
4-1.
Yeah.
We have Spurs taking on Palace.
Spurs versus Palace?
Yeah. London Derby.
Do I need to say it?
Palace to win.
Eberechieze.
Mateta.
Jean-Philippe.
Yeah.
Jean-Philippe. I'm going with the Palace win for sure. I'm going with the Palace
2-1.
2-0 win.
2-1 Palace.
Famous.
Then we have Liverpool taking on the Arsenal at Anfield.
Acha nikwambie, hii game haina chochote. There's nothing we are going to play for. The only thing we can predict is whether Arteta will be in or
Out
of the guard of honor.
Yeah.
Will he be in or out?
In.
Atasimama hapo na team.
Yeah.
Liverpool fans are going to love it. Kwanza Nani is going to take pictures of it and frame it. Kiari.
Yeah.
When it comes to the game, bro, we just whatever happens in Paris, energy itakuwa too low.
Stays in Paris.
Energy itakuwa too low. I'm seeing Liverpool win this game 3-1, especially
Arsenal to win.
after how we spoke about them in the last game. You remember the first leg, we were like, they were lucky that we had injuries.
Yeah.
And they're like, now we need to prove to these guys that we can beat them. Liverpool 3-1.
You're going to beat them.
Liverpool
2-1.
3-1.
We have the match of the weekend.
Yeah.
El Clasico.
El Clásico.
Barcelona taking
FC
on Real
Barcelona.
Madrid at the Stadio Olimpico. We have El Clasico.
El Clásico.
Not they.
The El Clásico.
Yeah, we have El Clasico. Barcelona taking on Real Madrid. I'm going for Madrid to win 2-1.
Game iko wapi?
Estadio Olimpico.
Haiko bro.
Madrid to win.
You have to concede. Did you see what your team was doing at the end of that game?
Yeah.
Who are you playing?
Celta Vigo.
Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
Alafu unakumbuka ule msee mwenye anapenda kuchapa na pass na mahaga.
Yeah.
Iago Aspas. How do you give the man opportunities like that? How do you give the man opportunities like that? No, you guys are not ready for prime time. You definitely aren't. And you're coming on a high. I don't know why I'm saying us guys, because me and my Betis fan and my boy Anthony is doing big things in Betis. But I'm still going for famous title clinching victory for Barcelona. 3-1. at Olympico.
Real to win 2-1.
Nimeongea sana alafu nanilenga tu saa.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share.
No, we need to talk about Anthony. Anthony is the GOAT. Anthony is... You guys, you need to give Anthony to us for free. Just give it for free, bro.
50M.
Hatuna pesa.
50M.
Give us for free.
Captain Noni tulisema tamkidnap.
Hapana, bro. Anthony, did you see his goal?
Yeah.
Ay, did you see Anthony's goal? Producer uko chini. Unachukia Anthony. Like, share, subscribe. Tupatane mbele.